Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show. We are the Serious Film Critics. My name is Sam.
I'm David.
And I'm Adam.
And today we are going to be talking about movies the only way we know how, seriously. So we've got a good show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about a big piece of shit known as Left Behind, starring Nicolas Cage. And we also have some movie news, among other things, to discuss. So firstly, we're going to start this off by doing some little Batman news here, Dave, if you want to lead us into the developments here with the new Batfleck movie.
Yeah, so after Batman vs. Superman, a lot of people really praised Batman, and it's basically like the main highlight of the film. So now basically what I'm hearing is that the new Batman movie, solo movie, is being fast-tracked, and that the rumor is that it's going to be crammed full of villains. Also, this is going to be written by Ben Affleck and someone else instead of David S. Goyer and Chris Terrio, which I'm excited for because I think they really suck at writing in general.
Yeah, I agree there. Everything sounds good to me about that, except for the crammed full of villains. I think
people just want to see these villains. You know, the villains in other than the Joker and the Bale saga, I just think they weren't that great. I mean, they weren't that exciting. I mean, you know, you had Bane, who was like, I don't know, philosophical or something.
Yeah, I thought he was not
Batman has some
not
great villains that they just haven't used.
Yeah, I just wonder that they all need to be in the same movie. I always just think back to Spider-Man 3 as like the classic mediocre example of cramming villains into one movie. And
I think maybe what they're going to do is like a lot of villains are just going to be briefly in it rather than the main. I don't think they're going to have like multiple main villains. I would think it's going to be more like he's just cleaning up.
See, I think that would be fine as long as they don't like try to hamstring themselves by having like 6 main villains in it and just cutting between them. If they're like make appearances, I think that'd be fine.
They're trying to create their entire mythology right now. Like they want it to be already done. And that's what they had with Batman vs. Superman. Like he's been around. So I wonder if this will be a prequel then, because it looked like he was around for like 20 years or something, and he had already put away a lot of villains. So.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, plus, like, Ben Affleck's getting up there. Maybe they don't want to do, like, a bunch of single Batman movies.
Very
so I guess they're trying to maybe just cover as much ground as they can in this one movie, which, I don't know. I mean, I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I like him writing it. I think he's directing it, too,
I think he's directing it, too,
I think he's directing, too. I'm a little leery about the villains, but if they do it the way you're talking, I think that could be good.
I just think that they're trying to make up for lost ground because, you know, they're jumping right into it, and it's like Marvel has already established so much, and they feel like, you know, they need to catch up immediately.
So are they still going to have the Joker? Are they going to cast is it going to be the Jared Leto Joker?
I'm sure I don't know if the Joker's going to be in it, but I'm sure it'll still be Jared Leto.
Yeah, I keep forgetting he's in the same universe now.
Yeah, because Batman is going to be in the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, I didn't know that until you told me, and then I saw him briefly in that one trailer.
He's on the car in one scene.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I don't know. Adam, what do you think about that?
I never saw the new Superman movie, so I don't really know.
Oh, yeah. You didn't miss too much.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Batman was good in it.
Yeah, Batman was good.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that from a lot of people. Batman was good, but yeah, I'm not really caught up on Suicide Squad either. I'm not really caught up on DC side of anything, honestly.
That's all good. I'm not a huge superhero guy myself, but I'll stay up on it.
I'm pretty big.
And Dave knows his stuff on this subject, so I'll definitely go to him for advice. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll definitely see it. Ben Affleck, I have faith in him as a director.
Yeah, absolutely.
Loved him as Batman, so I guess we'll see where that goes. So, all right, next we're going to move into a little trailer discussion here. We're going to be talking about the much-anticipated Nicholas Winding Refn film from later in the year called The Neon Demon, and that's starring Elle Fanning, Keanu Reeves, who doesn't appear in the trailer, Christina Hendricks, among others. So, Dave, what do you think of this thing?
Well, you know, obviously this guy, his whole deal is doing like 80s throwback. I mean, Only God Forgives. Did you see that?
I didn't see Only God Forgives.
That movie is pretty much Neon the movie. Like there are just multiple scenes of just like neon lighting. Ryan Gosling killing somebody with neon lighting on. He really loves the whole 80s aesthetic. So I think that it didn't really show it in the trailer too much. I think this is going to be like a throwback to like 80s slasher films. Because I think that the main character is going to be killing people.
That's definitely what it suggests based on the trailer. Like, my mother called me dangerous.
Yeah. I think it depends on whether or not we're going to get, like, you know, another Drive or another Only God Forgives. Because if you don't give him any restraint, he's going to make Only God Forgives.
Exactly.
And that movie was not that good.
Drive is one of my top 5 all-time favorite movies. I love that movie. I'm glad you got
I love it.
You finally got me to see it. I love Drive. And I didn't see Only God Forgives yet, but I trust your judgment on that
He
one.
just,
Like,
I think he needs a lot of restraint.
yeah.
Because he can make a really great movie if he has a good supporting cast, but then if he just gets to do whatever he wants, he's going to make a movie that is unwatchable.
He definitely seems like someone who goes for the visuals too. Like, I like his visuals a lot.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
from the visuals I've seen of Only God Forgives, they look good, but it kind of seems like he might get carried away and just, not worry so much about the story and just worry about...
He's not too worried about character development.
No.
And supposedly in Drive, there's a lot of like awkward silences.
Yeah.
I've heard that they actually had dialogue there that he just cut.
Oh, really?
And I don't know if that's true, but if it is, it's hilarious because they just wanted to make the scenes like, intense, I guess. Because he just wants like the silent, brooding character in all his movies.
He does.
But it's like you need characters that people are interested in.
Yeah.
And in Only God Forgives, I wasn't interested in Ryan Gosling's character at all.
Yeah, and it worked in Drive. Like, I thought it worked.
Very well.
I even believe the romance, but yeah, it's not going to work for every movie. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes, but
I just thought it was a very weird trailer. It's all just
He's a very big visuals guy. And had the
Yeah.
visuals.
he is definitely a visuals guy. You could even see in the trailer a couple of the image of her standing there like silhouetted with that neon like triangular sign. Like, it's a cool visual, and I'm interested to see what he does. I'm just a little worried that he's going to be totally taken with just getting good shots and like cool neon lit images.
Yeah,
and,
that's Only God Forgives. It's literally just like how many cool shots can I set up in one movie?
Yeah.
Whereas Drive, it was a much different,
yeah, there's much more substance behind it, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I still think the trailer looks interesting. Like, I'm definitely interested to see it. I wish Keanu Reeves was in it. I'm really curious to see what he's gonna play because
me too.
I can definitely see him just staring off into the camera with very
brooding.
Yeah.
Is this going to be released in theaters? 'Cause I saw it was
It's set in
produced by
theaters.
Amazon.
Yeah, I guess it's an Amazon film, but it's set in theaters.
Okay.
Might not be a wide release though.
Yeah, probably won't be. We're gonna...
So they're not going to release it on their platform?
I don't know. Maybe later.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in theaters. We're probably gonna have to go out of our way to see this one.
Yeah,
It's not
I could
gonna-
see them putting that on Amazon as like a big draw for that.
Yeah.
but it did
Because
say theaters.
Netflix is doing that, right? They're making movies just for them, but they're not making like feature movies like this.
No, they made some features. They made what's the movie
The
called?
Beasts of No Nation.
Yeah, that actually got a theatrical release, but it was only in a couple theaters for a couple of days, just so it could be eligible for.
I think there's another one out right now called Hush, which I think is the same thing.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. I think that might be in some theaters too. So, yeah, I think that's quickly becoming the thing, is like releasing it on, in theaters, but also having it on streaming platforms.
I think they just want to get the award eligibility by putting it in theaters.
Yeah, and I think they know these like smaller movies that aren't going to have as much of a market. I think they're just more willing to do it cross-platform because they know it's not going to get as much of a. Obviously you can't do that with like Batman versus Superman or something like that.
But with an art house film, doesn't cost as much to produce and it's probably not going to make a lot.
Yeah. We definitely need to see Lost River too.
Oh god, we have got to see that.
Yeah, that's
you can tell that he just rubbed off all over Ryan Gosling.
Stay tuned, folks, because a review for Lost River is coming. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think I'm pretty excited to see it.
Yeah,
I don't know what to expect. It's kind of, I know he's kind of a hit or miss director. I do when he's on, I really like him. But
I need to watch his other stuff because I know he did some stuff.
Yeah, I've seen parts of Bronson, which is I thought was pretty interesting, as Tom Hardy in it. He did another series called the Pusher Trilogy, which I heard is pretty good too.
Yeah.
So we'll have to check those out. But overall, pretty interested. So we'll see where it goes. All right, time for a different type of movie here. We're moving into our main featured review of the day. We're going to be discussing the 2014 cinematic masterpiece known as Left Behind, starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, we have it on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually, for some reason, we just have the movie playing in the background on mute, and I don't know, it's just as bad now as it ever was.
Maybe worse.
Maybe worse. Though I think not hearing some of the dialogue helps a little bit. So, Dave, do you want to take us into this one?
Yeah, so not a whole lot to say about this film in terms of synopsis. Basically opens with a girl. What is her name?
Oh man, you're getting
I don't
remember
remember.
me here.
Okay, well, she's the main character is Nicolas Cage. He's not even really the main character. His name is Ray Steele. He's a pilot, and his daughter is the character we follow. So it opens with her going to the airport to meet her father. She's surprising him. So she gets there, calls her mother, who is apparently going hardcore into the Christianity. And her mother tells her
The
that
Christianity.
into the Christianity. She's drinking the Kool-Aid,
Yes,
according
yes.
to her daughter. She tells her that they're having problems, her father and mother, and that her father's not going to be there. It's her father's birthday. So she goes to meet her father, and he's got to fly to London. And while she's at the airport, she gets accosted by a very insane Christian woman.
She does.
Because there's been some earthquakes going on, and the woman tells her how, this is a sign of the apocalypse, and, you better get your shit together.
Because these are the kinds of conversations that happen at airports.
Yeah,
all
she
the
cites a
time.
specific verse from the Bible, which I like.
And just a brief sidebar, her name is Chloe Steele.
Chloe Steele, yeah. I like that Steele.
Chloe Steele.
And
Who came up with that last name?
meanwhile...
I know this was on a book. This is based off a book.
Yeah, they actually made a movie.
Were their
before
names
this.
actually Steele in the book?
I have no idea.
Maybe. I didn't read the book.
They made an entire series.
I was at work today, and I was actually talking to my manager. I'm like, you know what piece of shit I watched the other day? And she was like, oh, I've seen that. I've read the book. She's like, yeah, it was a piece of shit, but I've read the book, and I liked the book. So apparently the book was good. And she said she also saw this is a remake from the one, and she said that one was terrible, too.
Yeah, that's got Kirk Cameron in it.
Yeah, she said it was no
Heard
good.
about that one. I don't think we'll be visiting that one, but
Anyway, so Chloe meets a guy named Cameron Williams. He's a famous reporter for GWN.
Yeah, that everyone knows.
That everybody knows.
Everybody
He's very
knows.
famous. He's like an actor almost.
Yeah. he's
they
got like
meet-
mutton chops,
Yeah, I love
mutton
his
chop beard.
He's got this
thing.
really strange facial hair set
Yeah.
up. Yeah, he does have mutton chops. They're just not long.
Yeah.
They meet, and he's putting the moves on her. So then it turns out he's actually on the same flight as Ray to go to London.
Yeah, they're going to London.
So they split up. Right before he gets on the plane, some guy drives up and hands Chloe 2 tickets to U2 that are for her father. And apparently her father was basically skipping town to go see U2 with his...
Flight attendant, skimpy girl.
yeah,
like,
there's some bimbo flight attendant that he's putting the moves on. She doesn't know he's not single because he takes his wedding ring off when he flies.
Do you remember what her name was in the movie?
No.
No. This is a very forgetful movie. You forget everything. It goes in one ear, out the other.
Yeah.
Like,
None of these character names mattered at all, except Ray Steele.
Yeah.
So anyway, they get on the flight, and Chloe goes to see her mother, and I guess she has a little brother too. So she goes and meets her mother, who gives her the Kool-Aid speech about Christianity. And she picks up her... by the way, her mother's played by Leah Thompson.
Yeah.
From Back to the Future.
Who I didn't
yeah,
recognize.
I missed that one too. And I'm Back to the Future super fan number one, and I missed that because I was just so done. I was done with this movie when it first came on. As Nick Cage, I put it in autopilot right when this movie started.
But I think it's funny because she did look how she looks as the older...
Yeah, I mean,
now that I
once
see
you
her.
said it, I immediately
Yeah,
recognized her. It just didn't register with me. I almost just didn't think she could be in a movie like this.
Yeah,
but
well,
I don't know.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You didn't think Nicolas Cage could be in a movie like
Well,
this.
Cage's career's done, but I guess what's her name's career's done too.
Leah Thompson's career was done a long time ago, unfortunately.
And just a sidebar again, the flight attendant's name is Hattie Durham.
Hattie Durham.
That's the first time I'm ever hearing that
Yeah.
name. Or at least-
So
I don't even know if they mentioned that in the movie.
I think he says her name. He must.
he
say
never
it.
says Hattie Durham.
Well, he says probably Hattie or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's questionable.
All right, we need to get on here, guys. So they get on the plane. There's a real goofy cast of characters on the plane,
It's
including
a diverse crew here.
there's a dwarf, or is that the term we're supposed to use?
Little person.
Little person. There's a little
Little
person.
person, yeah.
I think I've seen him in movies before. He looks.
yeah,
really
yeah,
familiar.
yeah. I've seen him
Yeah.
before.
He's angry about something. Yeah. Also, you find out he's like a gambler. There's a pro football player's wife and daughter on there. There's a very fat guy sitting next to our man Cameron Williams.
Right.
And there's
2 Muslims.
Yeah, there's 2 Muslims, and there's also the
old couple.
Yeah, the old couple that are going crazy.
Yeah,
they don't know what's
there's
going on.
old couple that like clearly have serious dementia.
yeah.
They don't even know where they're at.
And they're on a plane going to London for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do there? Like, they
don't
don't
know.
know where they're even on a plane.
Oh, and there's also like the greedy Texas oil tycoon. I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
the
there's everyone on this
Yeah,
plane.
there's a whole kooky cast of characters. So they take off. They get
There's
to
also the
fly.
drug addict.
And the drug addict woman.
There's
Yeah.
not a single normal person on this
No.
plane.
So
Well, they all get taken.
yeah, they get all the normal people all the kids get taken.
Yeah, all the kids.
Yeah, anyway, so
Not by Liam Neeson.
Chloe takes her little brother to the mall, and this is when the rapture goes down. She's they're just doing fun stuff. There's a little scene with like a drone circling around their heads. They think that's cool. She's hugging her little brother, and then he just disappears. So then like a whole bunch of people disappear, mostly children. and this is the rapture, basically.
Yeah, devout believers get taken to heaven.
One of the Muslims gets to go, I guess. I forgot. I didn't see him.
Yeah, one of them does.
Because I thought that was just like a big.
Well, it's all faiths who believe, I guess.
A big fu to.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I haven't actually read so much into the Bible. It might be just Christians in the Bible. I think just to be PC in this movie, they took a different.
Yeah, well, it's all Abrahamic faith.
Yeah, I don't remember the other Muslim, but I guess.
I
guess he was
there.
I don't know if Buddhists are going.
Yeah, it's pretty funny who gets to go because like the old man gets to go, but not his wife.
Yeah.
She has to stay.
Maybe she's just doing the pool boy or something. Like,
Of course, Ray Steele has to stay because he's an adulterer. Cameron Williams stays. I don't even know what he did wrong.
Yeah.
The little person stays. I don't know what his name is. He looks very angry the whole movie.
Yeah, he's always mad. Oh, he's hitting on her.
And then he's also hitting on the drug addict woman. Yeah, so the flight attendant stays, of course, Hattie.
Yeah, she's just a
Chloe stays. And of course, the best part is we go back to the mall and like people just immediately devolve into utter chaos. Like as soon as people disappear, people start stealing, of course, and looting. So a car crashes through the freaking doors of the mall, almost kills Chloe. People are just stealing left and right. She goes outside to get in her car, and a freaking plane.
Yeah, a plane just comes out of nowhere, like a little Cessna, and just takes out her car.
Yeah.
No other cars, just takes out hers.
Yeah.
And there's no cars parked around her. Like the parking lot's packed with cars, but there's no cars within like 3 parking spaces.
Yeah,
of
her car is alone.
It's just ripe for the picking, I guess, for this plane to crash into.
Yeah, of course the pilot went. The co-pilot goes on the plane, so Nicolas Cage has to save the plane, of course. So then, they're trying to figure out what happened. He has to freaking decompress the plane to get people to calm down.
Yeah.
Almost kills the old lady in the process.
Yeah, well, I don't know if anyone would really miss her.
Yeah, she was insane.
Yeah.
So then they're all trying to figure out what happens, and somebody discovers that it was the rapture. I don't know who on the plane.
It was the, what's it called? The drug addict woman.
Well, first she thinks it's a bad trip.
No, she knew. She went there and she's like, I know what this is.
And I thought she thought it was a bad trip.
Well, she did, but then when she came back out and they discussed it, she said that that's what she learned at Bible camp. That's when she was in like whatever.
Yeah, so they figure out it was the rapture. Ray tries to get some people on the horn. He can't. They also have a midair collision.
Yeah,
right.
That's so easy on a freaking plane.
Yeah.
Well, and Ray also figures out it's the rapture through like clues. Like he sees everyone who was taken has like a cross on them or a Bible on them or
Nicolas
something.
Cage is putting together the facts
Yeah.
Going into detective mode.
So then Chloe goes, and of course her mom is gone because her mom was devout. So yeah, they have some more shenanigans on the plane. Honestly, not a whole lot happens after this. He finally gets the airport on the line. Basically, they had to turn around. They were heading to London. They turned around, and he gets in contact with JFK, and they're like, there's no free runways. You're not going to be able to land here. But of course, they after the midair collision messed up their plane. They're running out of fuel. They're not going to make it. So he gets a hold of Chloe, and she clears a runway for them.
Yeah, like a construction site or something.
A construction site. They have a super close landing. They save the day, and
then it ends.
And then it ends. I mean, there's not much else that happens.
So guys,
they were setting up for a sequel, I guess.
Yeah, they were setting up.
It is setting up for a sequel,
which is never getting made.
It's not happening. So boys, what did you think of this movie?
Oh, it was awful. It was painful. I was watching this movie and I was texting Dave at the same time. Like, this movie is one of the most painful movies I've ever watched. It was.
I mean, I thought it could be like so good, bad it's good, but no,
bad. It was bad.
It's mostly just bad. Like I can't really find much redeeming to say about this movie. It's boring. Even though it's under 2 hours long, it could have been like, I feel like at least 30 to 40 minutes shorter.
Yeah, because like after the rapture happens, almost nothing happens. Like
No,
they
they're
just sit on the
basically
plane
just
and
flying.
argue. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell it was very low budget. Yeah, so
Yeah.
apparently Nicolas Cage got paid $3 million to work on this film, and he worked 10 days.
Yeah, you just know Nick Cage was on here for just let's get this thing done as quickly as we can.
He wanted that payday.
He's not even in the movie.
Mortgage payment for his castle.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, the conversations that happen in this movie don't even seem organic. I mean, just from the very beginning, the first airport conversation with
Chloe and the
Chloe
crazy
Steele
woman.
and the random believer woman, it just sounds so phony. Like almost all the conversations in this sound phony, even on board the plane. Like,
Yeah.
The actors are just stiff as a board.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys think about the music in this movie?
Oh yeah, the music is atrocious. It sounds like it's like really upbeat and just randomly comes in. It doesn't fit the movie at all, and it sounds like it's made for TV.
Yeah, like stock music. Or
Yeah,
something
like stock
that.
It literally sounds like they use stock music, and they put all their music budget into like those 2 songs. Like there's that one, that one brutal scene where Chloe Steele is standing at the top of that observation deck or whatever,
yeah.
just listening to that, and that song is just playing as her hair blows in the wind, and then the last song at the end of the movie. But yeah, not a whole lot going on in terms of the score in this movie.
It also felt like the actors, like you said, were just cast for their type instead of...
It does, yeah. It doesn't seem like anybody was cast based on their ability. It seems like they're like, all right, we need like a Kristen Bell type, which is the main character. Let's get a Chris Evans type in there, and that's the...
Because the guy kind of looks like Chris Evans.
The guy kind of looks like Chris Evans,
Williams.
so Cameron Williams. And then there's a Danny McBride looking guy on the plane, and I don't know. It just literally looks like they're just looking for types, not even actors and actresses based on their abilities or talents. Like, we just need a colorful crew of recognizable types on this plane.
Yeah, there's seriously no normal people. There's also a scene in the beginning where the guy Cameron Williams is sitting down, and the old woman, it's just one of the worst actors I've ever seen. She's like, "Look, it's Frank Sinatra."
Yeah.
Then the seatbelt sign goes off. It's like, "We're home, honey." Like, oh my god,
That was just-
you shouldn't be in public. You're insane.
That was just painful.
Shouldn't be in
to watch.
movies, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Those people, like, oh god, there were some painful scenes. There's one thing. One thing, I don't know if I have to give Nicolas Cage any credit for this, but just being able to keep a straight face in some of these movies that he's in, even though his performances are bad, I got to give him some props here. Like, he's able to say this bullshit and keep a straight face, which...
Like, he can, he clearly has the ability to star in a piece of crap and not make it,
And not break character. Yeah, there's one line here that I wrote down. It's the only notes I took for this movie. It's a critical moment where Nicolas Cage has to... decide to save the crew, that's his most important thing, and he says it in the most serious way too. He's like, I can't let those people go down without a chance to undo some of their mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Just such bad dialogue in this movie.
His delivery wasn't that bad.
No, his delivery's not that bad. It's just the lines are so terrible, and just even the situations he's in are just not only unbelievable but just ridiculous.
Yeah, like I think he made do with what he got.
There's a scene where like the passengers start to like riot. And like, just why would he even? I don't know. It was just painful.
Nothing made sense. Yeah, like they're like blaming it when the people.
They're blaming everything on the captain. The captain's like, Nick Cage stands like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, how do I know what happened?
I know about as much as you guys do. And they're like waiting to throw him off the plane. Yeah, who's gonna fly it home then?
Yeah,
I really wanted. About halfway through this movie, I wanted Nicolas Cage just crash the plane and then he jump out.
I wanted him to have a parachute and jump out and let all these people die. Maybe what's his name? Chris Evans' character can get out.
Yeah, I guess he can get out. He can jump out too on the other.
Yeah, he's crafty.
Yeah, he's crafty, definitely.
I'd want to see that little person get behind try to pull up the thing and it just goes into the ocean. That's the end of it.
Yeah, that little person was just a douche the whole movie.
Well, he was such a jerk of a character. And of course, like, I guess it's because Christians, I don't know, little people are evil or something. I don't know.
Are they?
I don't know about that. But
it just seems like so ridiculous.
Thou shalt not admit little people to heaven.
I highly doubt it's in the Bible.
They picked him and then they just made him such a jerk, like, for no reason.
They should have had him just be the most devout person ever.
I would have liked that.
But he still gets denied.
Yeah,
he still doesn't get
that would have been bad.
It's real stereotypical.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the stereotypical angry little person. Like, why?
I just wish, like, Nicolas Cage is so entertaining in some of his movies, and again, like, credit to him for keeping a straight face in this one, but I wish there had been a little more Wicker Man style.
Oh yeah,
stuff going on.
They were just screaming.
When he just lets loose, that's when he really becomes.
When he's landing the plane, just starts screaming.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Yeah,
not the bees.
They're in my face. They're in my mouth.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever raises his voice once in this movie. No. Well, you can tell he probably just showed up for work, like coffee, and saying, like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, he probably just came in with, like, sunglasses on, like, just hungover. Like,
well, like, he's only in, like, 2 different places the whole movie. He's in the airport, and then he's in the cockpit of the plane. That's the only 2
Yeah, he's really not in the movie all that much. I mean,
they probably filmed his scenes, like I said, in 10 days, and then let him go home.
He's in a little bit at the beginning, and then he's in, like, during that landing sequence at the end.
Yeah.
God, I actually found myself decently entertained by that scene compared to the rest of the movie.
Are you kidding me?
Compared to the rest of the movie, I
didn't feel entertained by that at all.
Well,
like, there was also a part when they were landing where, like, I thought something bad was going to happen, where they, like, cut, like, a fuel line or something like that, and just nothing comes to that.
Yeah.
Like, they, like, show, like, the plane scraping this fuel line, and, like, Like, I thought it was gonna be like a situation like, in like Die Hard, the second Die Hard movie, where he like lights the fuel trail on fire and takes the plane out or something like that. No, it's just nothing ever came of that.
He's just like, is it the wing or is it the spray?
Yeah.
It's the spray. All right, we're good.
We're good.
Let's just let it burn out. Right?
Yeah, like not really much urgency in his.
He's really resigned. Like, if we die, we die. I'm ready to go.
Ready to go. Just pay my $2 million or $3 million, whatever. it
$3
is.
mil.
Yeah, $3 mil. This plane can go down after
And
that.
they didn't have any money left to pay the other actors after that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure none of them.
The next salary is probably like 20,000.
Yeah, they're probably like paying scale or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever the minimum they can pay an actor.
Yeah, it's almost surprising these people are union. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's Jordan Sparks right there. What was she from?
is
American
it really?
Idol? Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't even realize that.
I think they just like they have like try to get some famous people.
they got
that wanna-
Lolo Jones
Yeah, Lolo
on it.
Jones.
She was one of the gate attendants or something like that in the beginning of the movie.
Like, let's get some famous people that aren't actually actors because we don't have to pay them anything, but they'll be in the movie and give it some publicity.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What else do we have to say about this?
There's a great scene where she goes to the church. It's on right now, and there's the preacher stayed behind.
Oh, yeah.
That was hilarious to me. Like, I said it, but I didn't believe
yeah,
it.
he preached it, but he didn't believe it.
Like,
yeah.
really? Did you?
He kind of looks like Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got every scene in this. Every scene and every stereotype of a character is in this movie if you just look hard enough.
I mean, really, like, after the rapture, people, like, just immediately start rioting and stealing stuff. And it's like, I guess that's what they're saying. Like, you're a sinner and you're going to sin.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like the preachiness about this movie. It didn't really veil that very much.
I mean, really, it's just like society breaks down immediately. It's just insane. I mean,
Imagine if they made a sequel for this. Like,
they did. I mean, the originals had, like, there were 3 of them.
yeah,
Like I told you, like the Antichrist gets elected
it almost
president.
felt like a setup movie. Like it really
was
did.
a setup
Like
movie.
it felt like a setup movie. Like even in the end of the movie, it's like ends on this note where you're like, what's gonna? Well, I didn't care what happened.
He said it's only the beginning or something.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
only the beginning or whatever the final line was, and it's just a slow zoom out of them staring at the wasteland of New York City. But yeah, it definitely wants to make a sequel, and you just know it's not. It wasn't a good standalone production at all.
I guess they thought if they put Nicolas Cage in it, it would just make a profit. But I don't think they realized that Nicolas Cage is not there anymore.
It always
His
seems like
career.
low budget movies like film on like an airplane or something like that because they only have to have like that one set.
Yeah, it's definitely cheap.
I'm kind of curious as whether or not this movie did make money. I'm looking right now.
I'm sure it didn't make enough.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, if they're paying Nicolas Cage $3 million, you know,
Well, it didn't come close to being made a sequel.
No.
So of course, they didn't
Yeah.
make any money. You kidding me?
I mean,
how could this movie make money?
I can't believe that they even released this in theaters. To be honest, like, who did they think was going to go see this?
Was this actually in theaters?
Yeah, this was in theaters.
Oh,
well, not
man.
for long.
Yeah.
There's no way this is in theaters for more than like 2 hours. They screened the first one like, all right.
All right, nobody's here. Shut it down. Wow, that was a mistake. Could have literally put anything else if people would have showed up. Go check up that box office result.
Yeah, I'm trying to see there's actually a really surprisingly large Wikipedia page on this thing.
Yeah, I know, because it just shits on it.
Man, there are a lot of sequels for this. I guess this book series or whatever.
Yeah.
There are a lot of
They
sequels
did
here
a lot. Surprisingly.
with titles like Apocalypse Crucible,
God.
Necessary Evils,
Wow, that's
Impeachable Offense. Yeah, there.
sounds like a freaking who's that writer that does books like that? Like
John Grisham.
Ron Grisham. It sounded like Grisham books, but you know, for Christians.
Yeah, that's pretty much what this
Impeachable
is.
offense. All right, so what's the box office result on this? We need
Well, it was $16 million budget. That's not that much.
yeah, it's not much, but it also had probably didn't pay much to advertise either. Just look
Box office 19.7.
Oh,
Yeah,
it made money.
It made a profit.
It made I don't know if it made a profit with
It made about enough of a profit to cover Nicolas Cage's
Yeah.
salary.
Yeah, they were-
It made a $3.7 million profit. So Nicolas Cage basically got his money back.
Stay tuned. Maybe they'll make a sequel after all. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll be happy to see it.
Could be.
I won't.
I'll be in theaters for that one.
Yeah,
No.
opening night.
No,
for
no,
sure.
no.
All right, guys. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say about this
There's
thing?
not much that can
It's
be said.
garbage.
Yeah, it's
a flaming
really,
trash
really
pile.
bad, and unfortunately, it's not that enjoyable. It's not one of these so bad it's good movies. It's mostly just terrible. So, wouldn't recommend it. But what are you guys gonna rate this thing?
I'm gonna give it 2 Nicolas Cages out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 5.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, it doesn't deserve anything.
I'm gonna give it 1.5 cages out of 5. So not too good. Pretty terrible. So all right, now that we never have to watch that again, let's move on to our last 2 segments of the day. Firstly, we're gonna be doing a couple of movie fights here.
We're gonna start with the movie quotes.
Oh, movie quotes?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do some movie quotes first. So Adam has basically slaved away and compiled a list of movie quotes here, and he's going to test Dave and I's knowledge and see if we can get some of these.
Yeah,
so,
me and Sam are,
We
experts. So
are experts.
We're going to
so-
see who is the more expert here.
Yeah, we've got half a century of film viewing between us,
yeah.
so we're experts. So Adam, whenever you're ready, you can take
All right,
it.
who wants to go first?
Well, no, we're just...
Oh, okay, you're just gonna. All
We'll
right.
see who can answer
Okay.
first.
All right, what we've got here is a failure to communicate.
That's
Cool Hand Luke.
Yep.
all right. That's one.
All right, let's do one from the 70s. I used to hate water. I can't imagine why.
Ooh. I used to hate water. I can't imagine why.
Is that Soylent Green?
No.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
What is that?
Jaws.
Oh man, really?
Oh, man.
I just watched Jaws.
How did we not
That
get
was
that?
that was a failure.
That was a
Alright,
failure. We're going to edit this out.
All right, this one's from the 60s. I mean, any gentleman with the slightest cheek will give a girl $50 bill for the powder room, and I always ask for a cab fare too. That's another 50.
Oh what?
You guys wanted obscure quotes.
What the hell?
It's from a major movie though. It's from all right. The actress that we watched in last podcast movie was in this movie.
Maureen O'Hara.
No.
Oh,
Audrey
Audrey
Hepburn.
Yeah.
Is it Breakfast at
Yeah.
Tiffany's?
No, that's,
Okay.
that doesn't count.
right.
I'm not giving you that one.
All right, fine. All right. He was the most extraordinary man I ever knew. It was my privilege to know him and make him known to the world. He was a poet, a scholar, a mighty warrior. He was also the most shameless exhibitionist since Barnum and Bailey.
Ooh.
That sounds familiar.
What decade is that from?
60s.
60s.
Man,
I don't know.
we're letting ourselves down.
Yeah,
here.
we're-
Lawrence in Arabia.
Which I actually really love that movie. I don't know. I didn't
You
get
don't
that.
love it enough.
Yeah, I don't love it
All
enough.
right, here's one more from the 60s. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Is that Dr. Strangelove?
Yep.
All right, yeah, you got that one.
All right, let's see here. Let's move on. Let's do another one from the... Let's do one from the 80s.
All right.
I love this Saw. It's a part of me. Now I'm going to make it a part of you.
Evil Dead.
No.
The Saw.
Yeah, I love this Saw. It's a part of me. Now I'm going to make it part of you. It's a movie that we watch around here.
It's a movie that we watch right
Is it
It had an actor that we did the best movies of. Our favorite movie.
Oh, is it Commando?
No.
now. Ooh, man, Running Man.
Yep.
All right, yeah.
Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, give me milk. Chocolate.
Back to the Future?
Yeah. George McFly.
Yeah.
All right. Sex without love is an empty experience. Yes, but as empty experiences go, it's one of the best.
That sounds familiar.
What decade is that?
70s.
Ooh.
Last Tango in Paris.
No.
No.
I don't know.
Sounds like something.
Love and Death.
Ooh,
not seen that.
yeah.
You haven't seen it?
You got me there. I
Okay.
haven't seen that one.
That wasn't flying. That was falling with style. 90s.
Man.
I know this one.
Come on, this is a good one.
Falling with Style. Point Break?
No.
Man, it sounds so familiar.
We know that.
I know this.
It's animated.
Oh, animated.
Toy Story?
Yeah, Buzz
All right,
Lightyear.
that's what
I don't
it
know
is.
what sounds
Okay.
Point Break.
They're close enough.
Yeah.
What do they got in there? King Kong
Uh,
from the 90s.
Jurassic Park?
Yep. Okay. This is one time where television really fails to capture the true excitement of a large squirrel predicting the weather.
Groundhog Day?
Yep. What else do I have here? When you decide to do something you can be at, that's what they don't tell you in the church. When I was your age, they would be cops and criminals. Today, what I'm saying is this: when you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
The Departed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what else do I got here? All right. Here's one from the 70s. Loneliness has followed me my whole life, everywhere in bars and cars, sidewalks.
Taxi Driver.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's how many more do I have here? It might be all right. What's the score at?
I got 5, he's got 4.
Oof.
All right.
Come on, Adam. Give me a couple more here.
All right. Hitler was better looking than Churchill. He was a better dresser than Churchill. He had more hair and told funnier jokes. And he could dance the pants off of Churchill from the 60s.
Oh, the 60s.
It's a movie that they actually redid not too long ago.
Oh, man.
This will be the last one.
Oh, you shouldn't have told me that. Now I need to get it. Is it a war movie?
No.
It's not.
It's a movie about making something. Like in Broadway. We'll say Broadway.
Oh, is that the producers?
Producers?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I don't even think we should count that one for either of us.
Yeah. All right. That was good.
Yeah,
Dave
all right.
edged me.
Yeah.
I think we could have gotten a couple more of those too. We just we just cramped under the pressure there.
Yeah,
but
that was a lot harder than I expected.
yeah, I didn't do too bad.
give me the most hard one possible.
Well, yeah. Well, if it would have been too easy otherwise.
We'll get them next time.
Yeah. We need to brush up on some stuff.
All right. So finally, to end things off here, we're gonna discuss a couple of fights. So Dave, set this up.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some Who Would Wins, movie-based Who Would Wins. And the first one is going to be Jason Bourne of the Bourne trilogy. Or I don't know how many movies there are now. Like,
That's a lot.
there's enough of them.
4 or 5.
They're making another one.
Yeah, they're making another one. And versus John Matrix from Commando.
I'm definitely going John Matrix on this one. I'm not betting against.
Yeah, I'm going John Matrix.
I got to go with Jason Bourne then.
Well, yeah, I think you're just painfully going with him.
I have to. I hate to.
You know you want to go John
I have
Matrix,
to.
but
Yeah.
There's no way you could stop him.
But Jason Bourne is a killing machine too. I mean, he has got some insane
Yeah, he
kills.
does, but
yeah, but Arnold eats Green Berets for breakfast. Like
Jason Bourne is not a Green Beret. He's Black Ops, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, how many people does he kill in those movies? I mean, it's not as many as John Matrix, but it's a lot.
So is this a fight? Are they both on? They're both unarmed then. They're just going at it hand
Let's
to hand.
say round one is unarmed and round two is with like whatever guns they can get.
all right. Well, John Matrix just win the second round then.
Yeah, well, Bourne, I mean, he can get a pistol, but the thing is, he can get headshots of those pistols from far away.
Yeah, but Arnold fires from the hip and gets headshots.
He
on
does.
dudes. So I think Arnold definitely wins with the gun. Fists are tough though.
That's the thing, like,
No, here's that good scene you were talking about earlier, Sam.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, here it is. She's standing up, cutting back to Left Behind here on mute. She's standing up there as this sad song plays. Just tugs.
Here's the thing: Jason Bourne can kill someone with a newspaper. What was it? A rolled up
He
magazine?
didn't kill him.
He could have.
He brushed him aside.
Yeah, but imagine him hitting that rolled up newspaper on those glistening abs. So that would just bounce right
Jason
off.
muscle
But-
mass doesn't matter to Jason Bourne though. He's gonna use your muscle mass against you.
Yeah, but Arnold's got just as much skills as Jason Bourne does, and Arnold is basically like Jason Bourne, but like much bigger as a person.
Yeah,
Like,
but he barely kills anyone with his bare hand. I mean, he does throw. He picks up the damn phone booth.
he throws a pipe through a chainmail vest.
And there's also a scene where he has like 18 buff mall cops on him.
Yeah.
He just throws them off.
Yeah,
Like,
he does.
I don't want taking your crap with Jason Bourne.
But he's
Like
Jason Bourne. Nobody can even come close to him in hand-to-hand
Well,
skill.
no one can come. No.
All right, well, I think he's gonna win with a gun because he's so skilled as a shooter.
I
I think he's just gonna pick Commando off from a distance.
I just feel like Arnold could take a couple of bullets even
That's
and would just take him down from the hip.
Jason
Like-
Bourne just doesn't fuck around.
Like
He's gonna
imagine
shoot you in the head.
if John Matrix actually aimed. Like he never even aims and he's nailing people from like across the courtyard of that villa.
Never
Like,
has to reload either.
no, he
doesn't
never has to
reload.
reload either. So I mean, Jason Bourne, he would actually probably have to try for.
Yeah, he would have to try, but he always tries. That's the thing. Jason Bourne takes everyone seriously.
He does.
John Matrix just, he's just goofing off while killing dozens of people.
I'm still going John Matrix.
Well, I guess you guys are voting John Matrix. I mean, I made my case.
You
for
did
Jason
make
Bourne.
your case. That was a valiant effort. So
All right, I think this next fight's going to be a little more interesting. It's going to be Boba Fett from the movies versus Batman from Batman versus Superman.
all right. I'm going Boba Fett here, and I think part of that may be just my Star Wars bias, but I mean, Boba Fett, does Batman have a jetpack in the newest one?
No, he doesn't.
So Boba Fett, I think, would have a pretty good advantage in terms of mobility. I mean, I know Batman could use the grappling hook and everything and stuff like that, but what are all of Batman's tools, Dave?
He has a lot of stuff. He has a disruptor rifle, which I think he could use that on his jetpack. Yeah, he has a disruptor rifle, which he uses. Remember in the scene in the warehouse, he shoots
Yeah.
everybody's guns with it. So I think that if he gets that, let's say he gets all the stuff he uses in the movie.
Yeah,
If he could use that, then he could potentially disable Boba Fett's jetpack. He's also got the batarangs, which he's amazing with.
Yeah.
Grappling hook. And then he's got, I don't know what else he has. Probably smoke pellets.
Yes, smoke pellets too. I'm still going Boba Fett. I mean,
I guess I'm going to have to go Batman. I do think Batman could win this. I think that it would come down to Batman's suit. Because Boba Fett has that rifle, which is really good.
Yeah, Boba Fett has a blaster rifle, which, I mean...
If that can go through Batman's suit, he's cooked.
Yeah, and Boba Fett has Mandalorian armor, which I could definitely deflect bullets. I don't know... I'm not sure. Does Batman have rockets or anything? Or
I don't think so.
In the Batmobile, maybe.
Yeah, but he's not going to get the Batmobile.
Well, yeah, if you got the Batmobile, that'd be it.
I think we should do round 1 is just in an open arena, and round 2 should be like they're hunting each other in the city or something. Or somewhere where Batman can use his stealth, because his stealth is really good.
Yeah, in an open setting, I just think Boba Fett has wrist rockets too.
That's true. But I mean, I think Batman's armor could handle like an explosion.
Yeah, I guess maybe they could. I'm not those wrist
I mean,
rockets
his
don't...
freaking cowl took a bullet to point blank to the head.
That's true, yeah, and in the movie they did.
It would just be a matter of whether they can.
I don't think they could stop that rifle though. That
I don't
rifle,
know.
I think,
I don't
could
think so.
pierce right through it. But
also, those blaster bolts are not as fast as bullets, really.
Yeah,
They're
that's
much
true.
easier to
They're
dodge.
definitely dodgeable.
Here's what I think would happen. I think if he could get his jetpack with a disruptor rifle, Boba Fett would really be screwed, and then he could just get a battering on his rifle. Does Boba Fett have any hand-to-hand feats?
I mean, he has like
It's a flamethrower, doesn't he?
He does have the flamethrower.
he has a flamethrower, which I don't know if that would really affect Batman too much.
I have a feeling that would be bad for Batman because his mouth is not protected.
Yeah, that's true. I would definitely harm him then.
His cape is almost definitely fireproof. Yeah.
Besides that, Boba Fett has like spikes on his
Yeah.
Well, Batman does too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
yeah, so that they're pretty equal there. Boba Fett has that like cable but that wouldn't really matter. I
Yeah.
mean, he couldn't really wrangle Batman with that. It's tough. I mean, obviously they're both really skilled in terms of hand-to-hand combat. Boba Fett was trained, so I think it'd be pretty even there.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Batman. And what do you think, Adam?
I think it's too close to call.
You gotta be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
If I had to, I would go Batman because Batman was able to take down, like, at least fight with Superman, and Superman's like an alien.
Yeah, but he had a suit for that.
Yeah, I guess.
That's not-
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
They are
really
pretty
tough.
comparable heroes, to be
They
honest.
are. I think that this is a close fight. I really think it comes down to the fact, like, let's say they start in an open arena, equal distance. Let's say it's like a warehouse, so he's got Batman can grappling hook and stuff. If he can hit him with that blaster rifle, I do think that would go right through his armor.
I do think I still am going with Boba Fett if it's in an open arena. If it's in like a city or like a dark landscape, I think I probably would have to go with
I mean,
Batman.
Boba Fett's armor is not totally encompassing, right? Like
No,
he's
he's got certain places that are exposed. Plus, I don't know. I don't think Boba Fett. I mean, I would assume he has some kind of thermal detection or something. But
I don't know what he has
But I
in
know
that.
Batman has night vision, so
Yeah.
he'd be able to see him in the dark and is more comfortable in that environment. But
If Fett can get a shot on him with that rifle, it's over, I think.
Yeah.
But if he can't and Batman gets in
I think it
close-
also depends on that jetpack. If Boba Fett could have the jetpack,
Yeah.
and
Well, he would have it. It's just be a matter of whether
whether or not
Batman
the
can
disruptor
disable it,
rifle, yeah.
Plus, I mean, he could potentially hit it with a batarang. Probably would take more than one.
You guys have both convinced me for the latter. Like, you convinced me
Yeah.
for Boba Fett, and Dave's convinced me for...
That is a
Batman.
really
That's
tough.
something I
one.
can't
I think
really
the
make
listeners need to tell us what they think about
Yeah,
that
send
one.
us an email about who you guys think would win this fight, because it's a really close one. I feel like they're pretty mirrored images of themselves now that I think about it. So, all right, everybody, that concludes our episode for today. We got some good content in there. Just a little bit of shameless promotion. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at the Serious Film Critics, and you can find us at Serious_Critics. We will be tweeting a lot, so make sure you follow us.
We'll also be on Facebook, Tumblr. Got an email. What's the email again?
Yeah, send us your emails at seriousfilmcritics@gmail.com. Send us emails if you want to. Basically, if you want to ask us about movies, if you want to ask us about movie fights, we can discuss those. Just send us some good content, and we will respond if we feel like it. So, thank you to all of our beautiful listeners out there, and we will see you next time.